This is a curriculum analysis report regarding the first grade social studies standards for Ohio that was created for EDU 511's mastery class at Franciscan University by Gabrielle Peterson. The standards were received from the Ohio Learning Standards for Social Studies from kindergarten through 12th grade. The theme of the first grade social studies curriculum is family, now and long ago, near and far. Foundations of the first grade social studies curriculum from the Ohio Learning Standards for Social Studies website. The first grade students build on the concepts they had previously learned in kindergarten. They begin to build the understanding of how families lived long ago and how other cultures live. It is the start of developing concepts pertaining to how the world is organized through newly learned map skills. It is also the grade where they begin to understand key government principles and their roles as citizens. We're going to look at the question of how is the curriculum of a first grade classroom in Ohio organized? The organization of the first grade curriculum. The standards are organized by strands, themes, topic, and content statement. The strands of the social studies curriculum cover the topics of history, geography, government, and economics. The themes of the curriculum are specific to the grade level. The topics are different regarding the content within a strand. The content statements regard the knowledge that the student should obtain throughout the school year at each grade level. The content of the first grade social studies curriculum is as follows. For the historical thinking and skills statement, there are two content statements that say time can be divided into categories, and photographs, letters, artifacts, and books can be used to learn about the past. For the strand about heritage, the content statement says, the ways basic human needs are met have changed over time. The spatial thinking and skills strand content statement says maps can be used to locate and identify places. The places and regions strand say that places are distinctive because of their physical characteristics and human characteristics. The human system strand says families' interest with the physical environment differ in different times and places, and diverse cultural practices address basic human needs in various ways and may change over time. For the civic participation and skills, it says that the individuals have responsibility to take action toward the achievement of common goals in homes, schools, and communities, and are accountable for those actions. The second statement states that collaboration requires group members to respect the rights and the opinions of others. The 10th strand, which rules and laws, has the content statement that says rules exist in different settings. The principles of fairness should guide rules and the consequences for breaking them. The scarcity strand says the statement is that The wants are unlimited, and resources are limited. Individuals make choices because they cannot have everything that they want. The production and consumption strand's content statement says people produce and consume goods and services in the community. The 13th strand is market. The content statements for market says that people trade to obtain goods and services that they want. The final strand is financial literacy. The statement says that currency is used as a means of economic exchange. Assessments for the first grade social studies curriculum. Regarding the assessment for the first grade social studies curriculum, there are no specific assessments that are outlined in the Specific Learning Standards webpage. The content statements are broad, therefore leaving the way the information is relayed to the students up to the curriculum team for the district, and also the teachers. The team incorporates the different information that is incorporated into the statement, and then it is given to the teachers. The teachers have the freedom to decide how they will present the information. They also have the freedom to choose which informal, formal, summative, or formative assessment that they will use to test their students' knowledge of the content. The only thing that the teachers cannot control regarding assessment is the district and state mandated test that the students will have to take throughout the school year. The teachers are also able to create their own rubrics to help assess the students regarding the course content. This allows them to highlight certain aspects of the curriculum and monitor student progress in these areas. The critique of the first grade social studies standards. My critique of the first grade curriculum standards is that the standards are very broad, and this leaves room for different interpretations of the content. The curriculum teams at the various schools have the responsibility of creating a curriculum from the broad statements that are outlined by the state of Ohio. They have to create a curriculum that is non-biased and accessible for every student. The students are building upon these existing schemas that they have already produced when they were in kindergarten. They are building and expanding their knowledge to grow a better understanding of the theme, which is families now and long ago. Families that are from cultures around the area and also cultures that are far away. Finally, the standards do not mandate how long is supposed to be taken for each content statement. That is up to the curriculum team. I would like to thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you enjoyed gaining insight into the first grade social studies standard. I hope that you are able to understand the different pieces of content that the first grade teachers have to present to their students from the broad content statements that were highlighted previously. Here are the citations that I used for this presentation. I used the textbook Curriculum Today by David G. Armstrong. I also used the online lectures and learning sessions from Dr. Ash. And I got the standards from Ohio's Learning Standards for Social Studies from the Ohio Department of Education. Thank you again.